Something is not matching right now. Putin and Trump talked. The U.S. commandeered an Iranian cargo ship over the weekend, and Iran is making noise about retaliation. The Strait of Hormuz is supposedly open, and yet nothing has actually happened. There's been no strike by Iran, no escalation, or any follow-through. Talks are scheduled for tomorrow in Islamabad. Despite the threats and public posturing that Iran might not attend, behind the scenes, they're planning on being there. So what is this telling us? If you look at the surface, you can read this two completely different ways. One take says that this is calming down. Last Friday, oil dropped hard, markets rallied, relief was felt everywhere. But if you take a closer look, only one business day later, today, oil is already starting to move back up, and markets are uncertain again because nothing has really changed. The U.S. still says the blockade is in place, and Iran says the strait is open. So which is it? De-escalation or control? Those are very different things. Meanwhile, inside the Pentagon and within Congress, there are growing tensions over strategy, messaging, and how this war is being led at the top. This includes widely reported concerns about Hegseth bringing religion into the Pentagon in a big way. I'm not going to get into that today, but we will in the future. Because when you look at the Pentagon, it doesn't appear that there's one unified strategy. You've got strong rhetoric, real restraint, ongoing negotiations, and internal tension all happening at the same time. You have multiple forces moving in different directions within the department. That is never good within the military during wartime. That's why where we are is so hard to read. On the surface, it's looking calmer, but underneath it just looks like positioning. So now you're left with two completely different signals. Calmer headlines, that's true, but the pressure is still building underneath. What's different now is that we actually have a deadline. The ceasefire runs out on Wednesday, and talks are scheduled for tomorrow, Tuesday. So this is not open-ended anymore. There's a definitive deadline. Expectations of any progress going into these talks is very low because nothing fundamental has changed. The pressure is still there. At best, they buy some time. At worst, they confirm that this is not going to be resolved through negotiation. That's why the restraint you're seeing right now really matters. Iran hasn't struck and the U.S. hasn't escalated. Not because things are improving, but because both sides are just waiting to see what comes out of Tuesday's meetings. That's the real pause, not calm. We're just waiting. And if those talks don't produce anything meaningful, then the next move becomes much more likely. And you know what that is, because once the diplomatic track runs out, there's not much left holding this back. So now the focus shifts, not to the statement or the noise, but to what actually comes out of the talks tomorrow, because that's what decides what's happened next. If anything major develops, I'll have a video up tomorrow. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. I have one favor to ask of you. Most of you have yet to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Mark the bell so you can be notified when our videos go up, and you have a choice of how often you are notified. Please like, share, and comment on this video, and I'll see you Wednesday. Thank you for watching.